This is the OTB Network.
Hello everyone and welcome to this week's edition of Horses and Courses. I'm Jean Wood. Not a terribly busy week just passed in the world of horse racing. We're coming up on an enormously busy period, but as a result of the Easter holiday falling a little bit early this year, we've come up with a very short week's program of racing. We're going to get things kicked off by heading down to Gulfstream Park for last Wednesday's allowance feature. 5 furlongs on the turf, a money allowance field of horses. The most interesting entrant in here was With Anticipation. Of course, best known for running about 1.5 miles or so on the turf, dropping back to 5 furlongs was probably going to be an interesting education for this guy, who is actually clearly prepping for bigger and better things in his future. Major Grade 1 winner from last year, returning. His trainer could not find him a spot, so they decided they were going to take a shot in allowance racing here on in the sprint world. Let's head down to Gulfstream Park and take a look at last Wednesday's allowance feature.
They're off. Uncle Rocco and Airborne Command shoot right out for the lead. True Love's Secret a close third with Anticipation away in fourth. Through from the inside now, and French Envoy, he's fifth, and the early trailer is Callie and Jake. Uncle Rocco gets a full challenge from True Love's Secret, and there goes True Love's Secret and Hector Torres to put a head in front of Uncle Rocco back at the rail, and True Love's Secret now leads by a half length. Uncle Rocco is second by a tight length with Airborne Command. With Anticipation, the gray is fourth and 3 from the front, and that's because True Love's Secret is 2 in front at the quarter pole. French Envoy is fifth, and Callie and Jake is sixth and last, and they head for home. True Love's Secret. Uncle Rocco gonna re-engage, and here comes Uncle Rocco right back at him. 2 lengths to Airborne Command. With Anticipation is still 4 from the front, and French Envoy and True Love's Secret and Uncle Rocco are 1-2. Airborne Command makes it 3 to the wire. True Love's Secret. With Anticipation late. True Love's Secret.
True Love's Secret picks up the win, sitting on a perfect stalking trip behind Uncle Rocco. But who is that big white horse making the huge move under Edgar Prado from off the pace? It's With Anticipation. Best known for running nice, steady, leisurely fractions, going 1.5 miles on the front end during his career on the turf going long. But this horse clearly has a nice kick no matter what they do with them. The fraction's a little bit slow for this kind of horse. These type of horses often go out there and break 22 easily. They went out in 22.83 and almost 46 seconds for the half, coming home in 57-1. But True Love's Secret picks up a nice win here With Anticipation. I'm sure his connections feel they got out of him what they needed. Trainer Jonathan Shepard obviously was looking for a prep with this guy, returning to the races now, I believe, at the age of 7. Uncle Rocco, the early pace setter, holds on for the third spot. They did let With Anticipation go off as the favorite, I've got to say. A little bit surprising there. The winner, True Love's Secret, is a Bay 5-year-old son of Desert Secret from My Own True Love by Regal and Royal. He was bred in Florida, by Robert Bakerman, owned by Mr. Bakerman, and trained by Ross Wolfendale, ridden to victory by Hector Torres. True Love's Secret pulls off a mild upset in 5 furlongs in 57-1. Grade 1 stakes racing action with the Gulfstream Park Handicap. This is a Grade 1 for probably the final time, at least for a while. The Graded Stakes Committee has decided they are going to downgrade this race following this year's running. I find it a little ironic that this year 4 Grade 1 winners showed up for out of a field of 5, considering the irony there being that the Big Cap, the Santa Anita Handicap, did not draw a single Grade 1 winner this year. Gulfstream Park Handicap at 1.25 miles for $300,000. They are running here for Grade 1 status. Let's head back down to Florida for last Saturday's running of the Gulfstream Park Handicap.
They're off. Hal's Hope and American Halo with Mongoose between horses. Sir Bear is close to the pace. Hal's Hope takes charge now, and Hal's Hope is 2 in front. Red Bullet comes away running in 5th. Now he's alongside Sir Bear, a joint 4th as they pass the stands for the first time. Hal's Hope trying to slow it down with 1 lap to go, and Roger Velez has Hal's Hope in front of Mongoose by 1.25 lengths. Red Bullet will be 3 wide at the clubhouse turn. He's 2 lengths from the front. American Halo is down at the rail, and the early trailer is Sir Bear, 3 lengths from first to last. A moderate pace set by Roger Velez and Hal's Hope, 7 furlongs from the wire. It is Hal's Hope in charge to the backstretch as Mongoose tracks him in second. Hal's Hope now only 3/4 of a length. Mongoose in perfect striking position, as is Red Bullet. Red Bullet, the favorite, is only 2 from the front. American Halo just inside of him at the rail. He's 4th with 4 to come. And Sir Bear will have to make up 5 lengths in the final 5 furlongs of the 57th Gulfstream Park Handicap. And Mongoose turns up the pressure on Hal's Hope. They go up the backstretch, and Hal's Hope is only a neck in front. Mongoose is alongside in second. Red Bullet is asked to stay with the leaders by Jerry Bailey. He's 3rd and 2.5 lengths off the lead. Sir Bear is out of last place. He's now 4th. He has 3.5 to come, and now the trailer is long shot American Halo. They leave the backstretch with Hal's Hope to catch. Roger Velez goes to work in Hal's Hope, continues to lead Mongoose, who is tracking confidently in second to the quarter pole. Hal's Hope is a neck in front. Mongoose right alongside, no excuses for him. Red Bullet comes under a ride. Red Bullet is 4 from the front. Sir Bear has to make up 5 in American Halo, and they head for home, and Mongoose takes charge. Here comes Mongoose, and he has a neck in front of Hal's Hope, who battles right back at him. It is Mongoose and Hal's Hope to the final 16th of a mile in the Gulfstream Park Handicap, and Hal's Hope is right back at him. Mongoose gonna have to respond. Hal's Hope, Mongoose, Hal's Hope has done it again! Hal's Hope and Roger Velez just outfinished Mongoose, beat him by a neck. Photo for 3rd.
Hal's Hope returned to front end style last time out with a nice victory. Returns here once again with a half-a-length victory, allowed to go off at nearly 7-1, and upsets Mongoose and the heavily favored Red Bullet, who just keeps taking an awful lot of action. This time 1-5 in the wagering, and Red Bullet pressed the pace and faded to 5th and last. Hal's Hope sits a perfect trip on the front end there, duking it out with Mongoose and able to put him away. It was 5 3/4 lengths back to Sir Bear, the old-timer at the age of 9, looking once again to pick up a Grade 1 victory. But he's obviously still in pretty good form, picking up a little bit of ground laid under under Ibarcoa, his regular rider. The winner, Hal's Hope, a 5-year-old Dark Bay or Brown horse, a 5-year-old son of Jolie's Halo from Mia's Hope by Rexon's Hope, was bred in Florida by Harold Rose. He's owned by the Rose family stable, trained by Mr. Rose. Rid to victory by regular rider Roger Velez. Hal's Hope completes the 1.25 of the Gulfstream Park Handicap in 2:02 and 4. Last Monday marked the closing day of the fairgrounds, and their traditional closing day race, the Red Camellia, was run on that card. Louisiana-bred fillies and mares going on the grass, the distance about 1 mile. Let's head down to the fairgrounds now for last Monday's running of the Red Camellia.
All in. Racing. Leslie's Love bobbled badly. Looked like David Guillory was going to part company with her, but he got back on board, and Leslie's Love now speeds away to be the leader. From Mrs. Mack, followed by Born in the Ghetto, Smooth Senorita, High Hopes Irish, 3 wide, Rich and Restless, 4 wide, My Sunshine caught out in No Woman's Land, followed by Go Zippy Go, and back behind those fillies ought to be Sarah, then My Sia Joe, well back in the field, Solo Attack, Sarah Lane's Oats and Eastern Sun, the last pair, the field covered by 11 lengths. Leslie's Love, recovering from an early scare, is the leader into the back stretch by 1.5 lengths to Mrs. Mack, a similar margin to My Sunshine, now 3 deep. From High Hopes Irish, Born in the Ghetto, 5th on the rail, then Smooth Senorita, Rich and Restless, Solo Attack deep. From Ought to Be Sarah, Go Zippy Go, My Sia Joe, Sarah Lane's Oats and Eastern Sun. Past the half mile in the Red Camellia, Leslie's Love makes play 1 length to Mrs. Mack. 2 to My Sunshine from Born in the Ghetto. Solo Attack's going forward out 3 wide as they pass the 3/8 pole, followed in between horses next by High Hopes Irish, then Smooth Senorita, 3 deep from My Sia Joe, Ought to Be Sarah. Sarah Lane's Oats coming 4 wide, 8 lengths off the lead. Eastern Sun's a long way back. Rich and Restless second last as they turn the corner and past the 3/16 pole where Leslie's Love leads Mrs. Mack. They're nicely clear of My Sia Joe, who's starting to emerge as a very strong chance. She pulls to the outside and is gaining rapidly. At the 8th pole, Leslie's Love about to be taken on by My Sia Joe, who's looking all over a winner. My Sia Joe now kicks past Leslie's Love from Mrs. Mack, Ought to Be Sarah, Eastern Sun, but it's a good strong win. My Sia Joe gives Bobby Barnett back-to-back victories in the Red Camellia. Ought to Be Sarah second, Eastern Sun in a photo for 3rd with Mrs. Mack and Leslie's Love.
Mycia Joe, and a nice victory here from way off the pace. And this track has been known for playing to horses that close, and the 1, 2, 3 finishers were all far, far back in the early going, as far back as 13th for third place finisher Eastern Sun. Mycia Joe picking up a perfect ride here by jockey Eddie Martin Jr. after being splitting foes and clearing her rivals, winning by 3.5 lengths. Autobia Sarah picking up the second spot, 46-1. Eastern Sun at 43-1, completing the trifecta there. The heavy favorite in this field, Sarah Lanes Oates, was also well back early. She was not able to make up much ground. This was to be her final race. She is being retired following, has been retired following this start. So it was expected to be her 4th victory in this race. She has really dominated this event through her career. She was the favorite in here and unfortunately let a lot of people down. But Mycia Joe, nice effort here from this 4-year-old daughter of Upping the Ante from Lorraine Sue by Milagro. She was bred in Louisiana by Tom Ball, owned by Mr. Ball, and trained by Bobby Barnett. Ridden to victory by Eddie Martin Jr. Mycia Joe completes the about distance of 1 mile on the turf course in 1:38.1. Heading to Oaklawn Park next for Friday's running of the Hot Springs Handicap. This is a $50,000 sprint for 4-year-olds and up. Let's head down to Oaklawn now for the running of the Hot Springs Handicap.
And off in the Hot Springs, Sandridge with another of his great starts. Meanwhile, down along the inside, there goes Bostown showing speed. To his inside are both Slider and Boots on Sunday. King's Command is close up today, and Chindy back where he usually is, a good 7 or 8 lengths off the lead and falling back. Boots on Sunday now arrives out there for the lead. Slider is second. It's 3.5 back to Bostown. To his inside is King's Command. Sandridge is 5th. Chindy trails the opening quarter, 21 and 3. They're flying on the front end, and Boots on Sunday and Slider right together. Bostown, the Arkansas bred, 2 lengths back in third. King's Command is back. Then it is Sandridge. Chindy trying to kick it into gear. And here they come into the stretch of the Hot Springs. Slider is taking the lead. And here comes the Arkansas bred Bostown to his outside. Along the rail is Boots on Sunday. Chindy trying to muster a late run as well. It is Slider showing the way. Bostown second. Here's Chindy up between horses. And the big old gray is trying to come on. They drive for the wire. Here comes Chindy with King's Command. Bostown right there at the wire. It is King's Command, and Bostown gets it. Bostown over King's Command. Chindy finished third. 1 minute, 9 seconds flat in the Hot Springs.
Big dead heat in here. Who noses on the wire? They could not separate them. It was only half length back to the third place finisher, who was easily recognizable, Chindy. It was Bostown and King's Command picking up the victory here in dead heat style. Top choice and the second choice running as evenly as they can get at the wire. The winner, Bostown. One of the winner, Bostown, is a chestnut colt, a 4-year-old son of Bo Genius from Freotown by Kerosene. The co-victor here, King's Command, is also a chestnut, a son of Montbrook from Regal Ties by Regal and Royal. A very interestingly run race, interesting in that the pace was extremely fast in here. One would have thought that Chindy would have had a little bit better chance of catching the rivals here. He did pass Boots on Sunday, the early pace setter, who went out and did a lot of the hard work setting it up for the two that ended up noses on the wire at the same time. A little bit of traffic trouble between King's Command and Chindy, but as King's Command did end up finishing in front of Chindy, there were no problems with inquiries or stewards being asked to change the order of finish. Winner Bostown is owned by David Holkowitz and trained by Nicole Norman, and the co-winner, King's Command, is owned by Eugene Grandin and trained by Bob Holthus. Bostown, ridden to victory by Anthony Lovato, and King's Command, ridden by Luis Quinones, complete the Hot Springs Handicap down at Oaklawn Park in 1:09 flat. Heading north a little ways now to Laurel for the running of the private terms. $50,000 for 3-year-olds going 1 mile and 1/8. Let's head down to Laurel for last Saturday's running of the private terms.
They're off in the private terms. Broom, Root with Style. Magic Wisner's right up close and Majestic Sir, the Sewickley Kid. Root with Style going to be taken back into the first turn to go. And Majestic Sir from Magic Wisner right there to flank in second. And settling off the leaders, the Sewickley Kid has been taken back. On the inside, we have Broom, and last of all is Root with Style. About 6 lengths covers a group of them. Majestic Sir moving it along, wants to go a little faster. Majestic Sir getting a bit rank there with Michael Pindell aboard. Tossed his head in the air just a little bit. Leads it by 2. From Magic Wisner second, the same margin. The Sewickley Kid is unhurried in third. Root with Style has given him about a 4.5 length head start. And Broom is at the back of the pack racing on the inside. Up the back stretch now. And Majestic Sir has settled down just a little bit on the lead. Leads it by 1 length of the big favorite Magic Wisner. The Sewickley Kid races out from the inside. Root with Style comfortable enough and about 3.5 off the lead. And Broom is last of all as the quintet moves past the 4.5 furlong mark. Pace has slowed up a little bit here. It's Majestic Sir just in front. Now Magic Wisner going to try to put some pressure on. There goes Magic Wisner making the move into the turn and grabbing a head lead with 3.5 furlongs to go. The Sewickley Kid, Root with Style, they're looming large now. Magic Wisner going to have to work today. The Sewickley Kid is offering a challenge on the outside. Root with Style follows the top pair. Majestic Sir suddenly stopping, and Broom is in the back of the pack. Past the 5/16 pole, Magic Wisner willingly by a neck. The Sewickley Kid, Root with Style is right there in third, and 2 off the lead as they turn for home. Magic Wisner just in front from Sewickley Kid, 3/4 of a length. Root with Style down to the rail in third, approaching the final furlong. Magic Wisner and Phil Teeter working a bit. The Sewickley Kid and Root with Style, and they're giving futile chase now because the magic continues. Magic Wisner rolls past the 16th pole and begins to open. Magic Wisner with his 5th consecutive triumph. Magic Wisner to score by 3 on the line from the Sewickley Kid and Root with Style and Broom.
Magic Wisner and Phil Teeter, who has developed into a very, very good rider. Young rider, picks up some mounts here in New York, has gone back and forth between New York and the Mid-Atlantic Circuit, and picks up a nice stakes victory. Easy victory at that. 4 lengths the better after prompting the pace on Magic Wisner. Sewickley Kid, the Sewickley Kid, held on for the second spot, got involved in a nice duel there, and was really giving game chase without being able to make up much ground. Root with Style closes into the third spot early. Pace setter was Majestic Sir, who faded as the longest shot on the board. The winner, Magic Wisner, is a 3-year-old bay son of Emera Valet from Jazima by Bold Forbes, bred in Maryland by Nancy H. Alberts, owned by Nancy Alberts, and trained by Nancy Alberts, ridden to victory by Phil Teeter. Magic Wisner completes the 1 1/8 of the private terms in 1:51 flat. Heading next to Kentucky for the running of the Fairway Fun Stakes last Saturday down at Turfway Park. Fairway Fun contested for fillies and mares 4-year-olds and up, going 1 1/16 for a $50,000 purse. Let's head down to Turfway for the running of the Fairway Fun.
And they're off. For the lead, Becky Virtue and Curve ahead. Quickly from the outside, Miss Pickums, followed by Prized Ambition, then 7-4-7 into the first turn. Becky Virtue on the inside, up on the outside, Miss Pickums. They're together. Then it's 2 back to Curve ahead and Prized Ambition. 7-4-7 is 5th, by ahead. Down along the inside, Momentous runs 6th. Gap of 6 lengths back. Then it's Eve Light and Axe and Ice. 6 more back to Gal on the go. Symphonic Lady. 23-1 for the opening quarter. Becky Virtue, Miss Pickums. Those 2 are right together, gap of 3. Then it's Prized Ambition and 7-4-7. Curve ahead runs 5th. 3 more back to Momentous in 6th. Gal on the go is gaining ground from the rail 7th. The half in 46-2. Becky Virtue on the outside, Miss Pickums, 7-4-7. Then it's Prized Ambition. Gal on the go is gaining ground, then Curve ahead. As they move for the stretch, they're well bunched. Becky Virtue on the inside. On the outside, that's 7-4-7 and Gal on the go. Then through from the inside, Prized Ambition. They're nearing the wire. It's Becky Virtue in front, then Gal on the go, and 7-4-7. Becky Virtue wins it by 2 over Gal on the go and 7-4-7.
Becky Virtue and Tony D'Amico. Nice to see Tony D'Amico getting a stakes victory here, considering all that he has been through. Losing mount after mount off the Triple Crown Trail. A terrific front-end victory here, vying for the lead every step of the way. Puts away Miss Pickham's, who was the favorite in this field, and went on to a length and three-quarter victory over Gal on the Go, rallying as she usually does from far off the pace with 7-4-7. Picking up the third spot here with a rally from a striking position most of the way around. The winner, Becky Virtue, is a 4-year-old chestnut filly, a daughter of Strode's Creek from Virtue Express by Lost Code. She was bred in Kentucky by Stonerside, and she is owned by Stonerside Stable, trained by Michael Stidham, and ridden to victory by Tony D'Amico. Becky Virtue completes the mile in a 16th of the Fairway Fun in 1:43.1. We are going to pause now for a brief message, and when we return, we'll be taking a look at stakes racing action from the West Coast, Northern and Southern California, heading back to New York for a trio of races. Please stay tuned.
It's your chance to test your skills. It's the Capital OTB 2002 Spring Challenge at the Albany Teletheater, Saturday and Sunday, April 13th and 14th. The 2002 Spring Challenge is a handicapping contest in which contestants will make mythical win and place bets with a $100 bankroll, striving to acquire the highest bankroll. The winner of the Capital OTB 2002 Spring Challenge will be the person who accumulates the most contest dollars during these 2 action-packed days. There will be a minimum of 5 races wagered each day of the contest and a maximum of 10. Every contestant must wager daily a minimum of $2 on at least 5 of the races. Saturday's card will be Aqueduct's full card, plus the Bluegrass Stakes and the Arkansas Derby. Sunday, all 10 races will be from Aqueduct. 100% of all entry fees will be returned as prizes. If the contest is full, first place will be worth $6,000. The contest is open to the first 150 entries. To enter, mail your entry along with a $100 check or money order to Capital OTB, Spring 2002 Challenge, care of the Marketing Department, 325 State Street, Schenectady, New York, 12305. Entries must be received by April 5th. Otherwise, the entry fee will be $125. For your convenience, 2 days have been set aside at the Capital OTB Teletheater for in-person registration. Those dates are March 22nd and March 29th from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. For contest rules, an entry form, or for more information, call the Marketing Department at 344-5272. Sponsors for the 2002 Spring Challenge are Capital OTB, the Daily Racing Form, the Final Turn, Budweiser, and the Quality Inn. The first weekend in April is loaded with lots of stakes action. First from Santa Anita on Saturday, it's the Grade 1 $750,000 Santa Anita Derby. On the undercard, it's the Grade 2 $150,000 San Bernardino Handicap and the Grade 2 $150,000 Arcadia Handicap. Sunday's action has the Grade 3 $100,000 Las Ciénegas Handicap. From Oaklawn Park Saturday, they offer the Grade 1 $500,000 Oaklawn Handicap and the Grade 1 $500,000 Apple Blossom Handicap. On Sunday, it'll be the $100,000 Carousel Breeders' Cup. From Keeneland, where it's opening weekend, Saturday finds the Grade 1 $500,000 Ashland Stakes. On Sunday, it's the Grade 3 $100,000 Lafayette Stakes. From Aqueduct on Saturday, they offer the Grade 3 $200,000 Excelsior Breeders' Cup Handicap, and on Sunday, it'll be the $75,000 Broadway Handicap for New York breds. From Gulfstream Park Saturday, it's the $250,000 Aventura Stakes and the $100,000 Artax Handicap. Sunday's action finds the $75,000 Via Borghese. From Bay Meadows, where it's opening weekend, Sunday finds the $100,000 Miss America Handicap. And finally, we have a special event from Sportsman's Park on Saturday, where it'll be the Grade 1 $500,000 Illinois Derby. Catch all the action this weekend at any Capital OTB location.
Welcome back, everyone, to Horses and Courses. Next, we're heading out to California, starting in Northern California with the Grade 3 Berkeley Handicap. $100,000 on offer for 3-year-olds and up, going a flat mile. Let's head to Northern California to Golden Gate Fields for the running of the Berkeley.
And there they go. I'm a Drifter is out for the lead, covering Bring the Heat. Withholding Info's up close to the pace, along with Irish Eyes Are Flying. Then we go further back to Boss Ego with Paul Mero. Iron Man DeHare is toward the outside. I'm going to take it deep. Serpa gets to the rail. Profound Secrets in front of Moonlight Meeting. Bring the Heat on the lead. Half a length to his outside as I'm a Drifter. Irish Eyes Are Flying is extremely deep. Even deeper is Boss Ego. He's in no man's land in the blue. Withholding Info is saving ground toward the rail. 3 from I'm a Drifter. I'm going to Paul Mero and Iron Man DeHare. Serpa has about 6 or 7 to make up. He's more than 2 clear from taking it deep. Moonlight Meeting. And the trailer is Profound Secret. 22 and 3 for the opening quarter. Up the Golden Gate Fields backstretch. I'm a Drifter with a narrow lead. Here's Irish Eyes Are Flying. He secures a beautiful position. Chasing from second. Boss Ego remains very deep. Paul Mero's up close to the pace. He has 2 to make up. They're going to Bring the Heat and Iron Man DeHare. Serpa has more than 4 to make up. Moonlight Meeting to his outside. Withholding Info is 6 from the front with Taking It Deep. And Profound Secrets, the trailer, the half in 46 seconds. Near the quarter pole, Irish Eyes Are Flying gets the lead from Boss Ego. I'm a Drifter's there. And he begins to fade a little bit. Then we go to Paul Mero. To the far outside is Moonlight Meeting. 3/4, 110 and 1. They're in the lane in the Berkeley handicap. And it's Irish Eyes Are Flying on the lead by more than a leg. Boss Ego's right there with him. Paul Mero to the rail. Then go to Iron Man DeHare and Moonlight Meeting. Irish Eyes Are Flying and Boss Ego. Irish Eyes Are Flying wins the Berkeley handicap.
Irish Eyes Are Flying and Jose Valdivia picking up a win here on the main track. A terrific effort going a flat mile, half a length victory over Longshot Boss Ego, who was quite persistent late in the going. Palmero, horse kind of a blast from the past name, once on the Triple Crown Trail, picking up the 3rd spot here at about 7-1. Irish Eyes Are Flying up from Southern California, clearly the favorite, heavy favorite here in the field. The winner, Irish Eyes Are Flying, is a 6-year-old bay horse, the son of Flying Continental from Sharon's Baron by Trek Baron. He was bred in California by Mr. and Mrs. Weston Fitzpatrick, owned by Dolan Racing Stable, Graham and Taylor, trained by John Dolan, and ridden to victory by Jose Valdivia. Irish Eyes Are Flying completes the 1 mile on the turf, or the main track rather, in 1:35 and 2. Next, we're going to be heading to Southern California for this featured sprint, the Potrero Grande Breeders' Cup Handicap, a Grade 2, $200,000 sprint. 4-year-olds and up, 6.5 furlongs is the distance. Drew an interesting entrant, Kalukan Queen, who had pretty much dominated the sprinting fillies and mares in the West Coast, and now has decided to take on the boys. Let's head back out to California, this time to Santa Anita for the running of the Potrero Grande.
Now they're all set. And away they go. Breaking quickest was Rapido going to the lead. Ali Zeg going up to race second. Here comes Kalukan Queen through on the inside. Elaborate in the gold colours right there. And Reva's Gold Extreme outside is 5th. Seaband in the white colours, 4 lengths off these leaders. Romanzo is taken back second last. And Pie and Burger is last, 9 off them. They run to the half-mile pole, and Ali Zeg has cleared the field a length and a half. Kalukan Queen has taken up the chase in second. In behind that comes Rapido. On the outside of Rapido is Elaborate, and they followed by Seaband. Romanzo and Reba's Gold are 6 lengths off the leaders, and another 4 to Pie and Burger. 3/8 of a mile to go, and Kalukan Queen now taking the lead, immediately tackled by Elaborate on the outside. Ali Zeg's got to find more. Seaband is in 4th, then Rapido, Reba's Gold. Romanzo just took up and dropped out of it. They turn for home. Kalukan Queen along the inside, Elaborate up to take her on, and Seaband on the grandstand side. These 3 line up with an 8th to go. Kalukan Queen at the rail, Elaborate between them. Seaband on the outside. Reba's Gold is running on from 4th, but Kalukan Queen is just all hard. Seaband on the outside. Kalukan Queen, Seaband. Kalukan Queen, a tremendous run from the filly as she goes on to beat Seaband. Elaborate. Reba's Gold was 4th.
She was able to do it by half a length. Kalukan Queen shows her usual speed and puts away Ali Zig in fairly good order. Rebuffs challenges from the likes of Seaband and Elaborate late in the going. After getting off just a tad slow, interestingly enough, she often breaks very quickly. Did not get out of the gate in her very finest fashion, but was up there duking it out under Alex Solis from the get-go. The winner, Kalukan Queen is a 6-year-old dark bay or brown mare, a daughter of Lost Code from Regal Realm by Majestic Prince. She was bred in Kentucky by Donald and Mary Zuckerman, owned by Louis Astizio and trained by Bruce Headley. Ridden to victory by Alex Solis, Kalukan Queen completes the 6.5 furlongs in 1:15 and 1. We're going to be heading back to New York to Aqueduct to finish things off with a trio of races, starting with an allowance feature from last Wednesday. 3-year-olds going 1 1/8 in allowance company. The purse is $50,000. Let's head down to the Big A for the running of last Wednesday's allowance feature.
And they're off. Sunday breaks sharply and goes out for the lead. Tomahawk Lake on the outside. It's Tomahawk Lake now to take the lead. Sunday break in second, then it's Peruvian Summer. Dr. Rocket and I Win is the trailer in fifth. Tomahawk Lake leads now by 2.5 lengths. The big favorite, Sunday break, is second by 1.5 lengths. Dr. Rocket now moves into third. And then it's Peruvian Summer and I Win. The first quarter, 24 and 3. They're on the backstretch now with Tomahawk Lake in front by 2.5 lengths. Sunday break is second by 1 length, and it's Dr. Rocket in third. Now 3 lengths to I Win in fourth, and Peruvian Summer is back running in fifth. They continue up the backstretch with a Tomahawk Lake in front by almost 2 lengths. Sunday break is second. Then it's Dr. Rocket, I Win, and Peruvian Summer. And the opening half, 49 and 3. Tomahawk Lake leads the field into the far turn. Sunday break is on the outside in second. Now 2.5 lengths to Dr. Rocket and I Win. Farther back, it's Peruvian Summer. There goes Sunday break now to challenge Tomahawk Lake for the lead. It's Sunday break on the outside to take the lead as they come for the top of the stretch. Tomahawk Lake is back running in second, and Sunday break is moving very well as the field comes into the stretch. 3/4 in 1:14. Sunday break in front. He swerved a little bit there in the stretch. Sunday break is in front. Tomahawk Lake down on the inside trying to come back again. I Win on the outside. Here comes Tomahawk Lake to challenge Sunday break. Sunday break is going to prevail. Sunday break the winner, then Tomahawk Lake and I Win.
Sunday break weaving and wobbling a little bit through the stretch. I would say erratic through the stretch would sum it up, picking up a length victory once Gary Stevens got him straightened out and insisted that he go forward. He did. He was able to, within a couple of strides, draw away from a game Tomahawk Lake, who had led in the early going and appeared to be making a re-rally on the rail and might have been able to get through if Gary hadn't been able to straighten Sunday breakaway. I Win into town off of a huge victory for Nick Zito up at Suffolk Downs, where he blew away a field of overmatched allowance horses, picking up the third spot. Made a nice move on the turn, actually kind of a big wide move out on the turn following Sunday break as Sunday break moved past Tomahawk Lake. Clearly Sunday break is a horse with a considerable amount of class. Once he settled down and ran straight, it was obvious that he was going to put these rivals away. Of course, Tomahawk Lake just coming out of an allowance victory in New York Bred Company. I Win, as I mentioned, had come back from a victory up at Suffolk Downs, but it's going to be a big step for Neil Drysdale to take this horse next to the Grade 1 Wood Memorial. Obviously, that is where they are pointing with this horse, but he is going to have to run straight and true if he is going to be able to handle the likes of the competition that he is expected to face that day. It should be a fairly competitive field, and certainly Sunday break has the talent. He will just have to keep his mind on his business. Following the race, both Gary Stevens and Neil Drysdale were pleased with the performance of the colt, and both indicated that they felt that the plan would be to get this horse to the winners, or to the front at the very, very latest, just crossing under the wire, rather than giving him a chance to play. This was the earliest that he had ever found himself on the lead, and all the way around, everybody looked to be all smiles and happy with the result. Blinkers were not considered after this race. Neil Drysdale felt that it was a little bit of the horse already has quite a bit of keen speed, and he does not want to key him up any further. So we'll next be seeing him on Wood Memorial Day here in New York. Sunday break, a bay colt, the son of 49er from Cataquil by Stormcat, was bred by North Hills Management in Japan. He is owned by Koji Maeda and trained by Neil Drysdale, ridden to victory by Gary Stevens, who was in for one ride on Wednesday's card. On his way back from Dubai to California, made a stopover in New York. Sunday Break completes the mile and an eighth of last Wednesday's allowance feature in 1:51 and 2. Pair of stakes races over the weekend on Friday and Saturday this weekend because of the holiday closure of Aqueduct. We are going to first take a look at the next move, $100,000 on offer for 3-year-olds and up fillies and mares going a mile and an eighth on Friday afternoon's card. Let's take a look now at Friday's running of the next move.
And they're off. With Ability shoots out for the lead. Diversa came away in second, then Irving's Baby. And on the outside, it's Zonk. The field heads for the clubhouse turn. With Ability leads by a length and a half. Diversa is second. At the rail is Pocus Hocus in third by a head. Zonk is fourth. Irving's Baby now back running in fifth. A length and a half to Unrestrained in sixth. And Transcendental is the trailer in seventh. The opening quarter was run in 24 and 1. With Ability setting the pace here and leading by 3 lengths. Zonk, Diversa, Pocus Hocus all heads apart with Irving's Baby in between horses. 2.5 lengths to Unrestrained. 3 more to Transcendental, who is seventh and about 8 lengths from the lead. The opening half in 48 seconds with Ability in front. As they hit the half-mile pole, it's with Ability by almost 2 lengths. Zonk and Pocus Hocus and Irving's Baby all heads apart. Diversa is moving up from fifth, then Unrestrained and Transcendental. And they're midway around the far turn with Ability. Trying to do it here wire to wire. It's with Ability now by a length. Then Pocus Hocus, Diversa, and Irving's Baby. And the field is coming for the quarter pole. And with Ability will enter the stretch with a 2-length lead, 3/4 in 1:11 and 4. It's with Ability in front, an eighth of a mile to the finish. With Ability now opens up. She's got a 4-length lead. Irving's Baby, Diversa, and Transcendental all chasing with Ability, who has won the next move handicap in front-running style. Irving's Baby second, close for third, Diversa or Transcendental.
With Ability gets to the lead and never looks back. They stretched her out a couple of races back, and she's got terrific pedigree to go along. She had been such a speedy filly in her juvenile season that they kind of kept her doing that. After a couple of disappointing efforts, they tried her going long in Allowance Company. Didn't face much, but blew the doors off the field. Came back, was run down last time out by Zonk, but this time she turns the tables on that rival very effectively. 5 3/4 length victory over Irving's Baby, who has returned to best form since being shipped down to Maryland. She certainly seems to take very nicely to the Laurel racing surface. Came back up here to the Big A, put forth a terrific effort to close into second with Diversa, interestingly enough, at over 10-1. The second longest shot on the board. Picking up the third spot, Diversa, a filly who had had stakes quality last year as a 3-year-old and never really seemed to come to hand. She just did not continue to improve, and but now seems to suddenly be turning it around for her connections. John Kimmel trains. The winner with Ability, very impressive performance here, picking up her first stakes race going long, is a 4-year-old daughter of AP Indy from With All Probability by Mr. Prospector. Bred in Kentucky by Edward P. Evans. She is owned by Mr. Evans and trained by Mark Hennig. Ridden to victory by Javier Castellano. With Ability completes the mile and an eighth of the next move handicap in 1:49 and 4. Fillies and mares once again on the featured card on Saturday. This time it was fillies and mares sprinting 7 furlongs in the Distaff Breeders' Cup Handicap, a grade 2 $150,000 event for the fillies and mares. Let's head back down to New York once more for the running of the Distaff Breeders' Cup Handicap.
And they're off. Raging Fever and La Gallery. Price stamp on the outside. La Gallery has the lead as Raging Fever moves up towards the inside. Price stamp is third. Then it's Cat K, Shiny Band, and 2-item limit. Up the back stretch. Raging Fever takes the lead now. La Gallery on the outside is second by 2, and Prize Stamp is third. As the field continues up the backstretch, the opening quarter, 23 and 1. It's Raging Fever leading by a half length. La Gallery on the outside, second by 2. Then it's Prize Stamp, Shiny Band, 2-item limit at the rail, and Cat K. They're moving Coming into the far turn now, and it's Raging Fever by a length. La Gallery still chasing in second, now 3 lengths to Prize Stamp. Shiny Band is fourth. Then Cat K, who's got a lot to do, and 2-item limit. And the field is moving for the quarter pole. Raging Fever leads as they come into the stretch. La Gallery is second, the half in 45 and 4. Raging Fever, the leader, as they move for the 8th pole. Then it's La Gallery, Prize Stamp on the outside. Then Cat K, Shiny Band, and 2-item limit. It's Raging Fever. Now with a 4-length lead, and Raging Fever takes the distaff. Prize Stamp was second. La Gallery finished third.
It was definitely Mark Henning's week in New York with the ladies. He has got a terrific barn full of fillies, and Raging Fever stamps herself one of the prominent sprinting fillies and mares in the East with a 3 3/4 length victory as the favorite over Prize Stamp, the second longest shot on the board, with La Gallery picking up the 3rd spot here with a steady effort after chasing the pace, showing good speed in the early going. She did take a stab at the winner without really being able to make up much ground on her. The disappointing filly in here was Cat Key, who had beaten Raging Fever last time out down in Florida. That day, she got the pace she needed. On Saturday's card here at the Big A, she did not get quite the pressure on the front end that she needed to pick up that victory from far, far off the pace, as she usually does her best running that way. A little disappointing in here was 2-item limit returning to the races for the first time at the age of 4. Perhaps she needs a race or two, or will be a little bit better off when stretched out. The winner, Raging Fever, a dark bay or brown 4-year-old filly by Stormcat from Pennant Fever by Seattle Slew. I might as well read the same thing off the page. It's Mr. Edward Evans bred, Mr. Edward P. Evans owns, Mark Hennig trains, this time ridden's victory by John Velasquez. Raging Fever completes the 7 furlongs of the Distaff Breeders' Cup Handicap in 1:21 and 3. That's it for our racing program for the week. It was a short weekend because we did not have much in the way of racing action from Sunday. We were closed here on Sunday in celebration of the Easter holiday, and we are now looking at a very, very busy week and weekend coming up in the world of horse racing. This weekend coming up in the world of 3-year-old racing, we have got the Santa Anita Derby, the Illinois Handicap, and a new entrant into the Triple Crown Trail, the Aventura Rundown at Gulfstream Park. We will also be opening Keeneland on Friday. That, of course, always a big day, a real true marking of the beginning of spring in the racing season. Transylvania will be run on Friday for 3-year-olds on the grass. Their featured stakes on Saturday. The Ashland for 3-year-old fillies for Grade 1 status. The Apple Blossom is coming up as tough as could be this year at Oaklawn Park. That will be contested next weekend. Just about every major filly and mare on the country is expected to be there. A lot shipping in from the West Coast. That race should be terrific, as it usually is. Here in New York, we'll have the Excelsior Breeders' Cup Handicap for the older horses on Saturday, followed by New York-bred fillies and mares in the Broadway Handicap on Sunday. We hope you will be able to join us next week for Horses and Courses. Take a look at these and many other fine races from around the country. Thanks again for watching. I'm Jean Wood, and I will see you all back here next week.